cast their votes to choose the next president of the Republic of Ghana, and of course, those who are going to be in the lawmaking chamber as the people's representatives. And both political parties are intensifying their campaign, trying to get you to make a choice, to choose them, to be the ones that are news with your friends and family. TN is enough.
Yes, I'm very ready to vote. I've made a choice.
You've made a choice?
Yes, I have.
You already know who it is that you want to vote for?
I'm very clear in my mind.
Very clear in your mind who you want to vote for?
Exactly.
And you are not shy to tell anybody who it is that you want to vote for?
Not at all. Yes.
Interesting. We'll get into, what that choice is. But
all right.
You're somebody who has been through student politics and you've held many portfolios in the New Patriotic Party. How did it all start for you, this thing with politics?
Well, it was when I went to KNUST in 2013. And when I went to KNUST, well, for some reasons, people kept on coming to me with their problems for me to solve. In my own little way, I was just doing my best. That is even what gave me the name People's Mother. My colleagues and friends started calling me by that name because I was just always there for people. I always wanted to see women thrive, people in need and people who were vulnerable on campus, on KNUST campus. And so I eventually became TESCON Women's Commissioner. TESCON is the student hub of the New Patriotic Party. So I became TESCON Women's Commissioner. I proceeded to become Hall Women's Commissioner, Independence Hall. It's a hall on campus.
Right.
And I also became majority leader for KNUST Students' Parliament. And eventually, I contested for the SRC portfolio. And I won overwhelmingly, and I became the SRC Women's Commissioner. So it's always about women. The passion has always been about women. And that is where it all started. So why I joined TESCON was just to have a platform to help people on a larger scale, because I believe politics is one of the avenues that one can capitalize on to help people, because it comes with advocacy and it comes to serving humanity. So that is why I ventured into politics. So I did politics coupled with students. I worked closely with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as his personal assistant at his campaign office. So I worked with him. And
what was that like?
Well, at the initial stage, it was cool, We all had it in this country, the economic messiah, the economic whiskit. So I was excited to have the opportunity to work closely with him, book his appointment at the campaign office, sit in his meetings and write his minutes, serve him his coffee, his food, and whatever he may assign me to do. And also did travel sometimes with him. So it was very exciting, I would say. But along the line, I realized Dr. Bawumia lacked leadership. He was not just my boss, he was like a father to me. At a point in time, an incident happened at the office. But I will not go into details now. I won't go into details. But with the approach to that particular situation, I realized it lacked leadership. I realized that.
What was the approach?
His approach lacked boldness, firmness, fairness, and courage.
Really?
And these are essential qualities of any good leader.
But there's a leader who is saying he has bold solutions, for the people of Ghana. You are saying he lacked boldness in taking decisions at his office?
He cannot. I came to the conclusion that with what happened, he's easily manipulated and dictated to.
Really?
It's sad, but people control Dr. Bawumia.
Seriously?
People tell him what to do. And it's sad that a leader will not have an opinion of his own. It's sad.
This is the vice president of the country you're talking about.
Well, he holds the position, but who is he when it comes to his leadership style? That is what we are talking about.
What did you see at the office which is making you jump, or should I say arrive at this conclusion?
I would say, I will still not go into the issues. I know you're trying to push me. But with his approach, when it comes to solving issues, putting his foot down when it matters the most, pulling the bull by the horn, correcting people when they are misbehaving. He cannot even correct a group of about 10 people working around him when some are misbehaving. So it saddens my heart that people will think he can handle the affairs of our beautiful country of over 32 million people. I don't think Dr. Bawumia can. He will be overwhelmed. Ghana will not be safe under Dr. Bawumia's leadership. And I'm not going to mince words because people need to know it. I have had a personal experience so they can make an informed choice. It's as simple as that.
Did something happen between you and Dr. Bawumia? Was there a beef? Was there an incident? Are you bitter about something?
No, there's no beef.
Saying that the vice president of the country, flag bearer of the NPP, who was chosen overwhelmingly by delegates as the man to lead us, you are sitting here saying that this is not a leader who is fit.
Why am I saying that he is not the right person for the country? Because that is really what the situation is. And if I can say what I know to help Ghanaians to make an informed choice, why should I keep quiet when it matters the most? Because we need critical leadership. And I know that my former boss and father cannot offer that.
But it's somebody who is head of the economic management team.
And what was the performance?
Who has been at the helm of affairs, dealing with, issues surrounding the economy, among other things. That's why the president brought him in, because the president believed in him and the president believes that he has delivered. And you think otherwise.
And that has reflected in the result. Bad leadership gives us bad outcome and bad output, bad performance. We will not lie to ourselves. We are all in this country. Before 2016, Dr. Bawumia was making rounds. He was in our faces, Ashasi University, Central University, talking about how weak the economy is. Because that was the only role the president expected him to do. It was about the CD. The CD was about 3.8 or let's say 4C. But that was very bad as at that time. Recently, he had a media presser. He said what he said then was true is now true as well.
About the fundamentals being...
But exactly, but we cannot come to this conclusion now. You see the dishonesty. He's not a consistent leader as well.
And you saw that when you were working with him in his office?
I saw that. It's sad, but that is really, I saw that. The economy, he's performed abysmally. And Ghanaians will be making a choice based on what has happened with the economy. He said we are suffering. Do you remember, Lantam? Do you remember? He said
he's far better than Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, whom you work closely with.
Mr. Lantam, I've already told you about the leadership style, which will come to play. That is very important to Ghanaians. He provides a very compelling alternative, coupled with experience. He's talking about advocating for a very responsive government to the decay in the system when it comes to corruption. He's talking about jobs. And it's evident during his time and now, the unemployment rate has risen to, it's high from 8% to 14%. And I even love when I hear the MPP and my former boss throwing figures around that they've created jobs, 2.6 million jobs, and they intend to create more when given the nod.
Have they not done that? There's been planting for food and jobs.
TESCOM members in the party, that is the youth in our party. If indeed we've created jobs, how come about 98% of TESCOM members don't have jobs? They've been jobless for the past 8 years, 7 years, 6 years.